It's time for TTN World Breaking News in Olympic Games Paris 2024 special updates. It doesn't look that bad. Would you swim in the Seine? It should be a stunning set piece of Paris 2024 triathletes competing in the River Seine, bringing swimming back to the center of this city. But concerns about the safety of the water have not abated, and early on Tuesday organizers said the men's event would be postponed by a day due to pollution levels. As the decision about the competition went to the wire, we asked Parisians and visitors whether they would fancy a dip. "It's a beautiful river," said Reda, a Parisian, as he surveyed the Seine glimmering below on a hot July day. "But I will never dive in, even if they clean it for years," standing on the Pont des Invalides, slightly downstream of the planned starting line of the men's triathlon. Locals and tourists speculated about whether the swimming component would go ahead, given the anxieties about the water. 2 training sessions planned for Sunday and Monday were cancelled because of concerns about pollution. They had been intended as familiarization sessions before the men's triathlon, which had been due to get underway on Tuesday, when thunderstorms are forecast. The competition has now been postponed to Wednesday, the same day as the women's event, due to pollution levels, organizers said early on Tuesday morning. "I don't recommend the athletes go in," said Reda with a laugh. The Seine has already played a starring role in the Games, having hosted thousands of athletes who took part in a boat parade in Friday night's opening ceremony. But recent downpours, including some at the ceremony itself, have again affected the river's cleanliness. As late as Monday, organizers were saying they were confident events would go ahead as planned. Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo recently swam in the river to highlight the efforts made to clean up the Seine and to try to prove the water was safe. Previous tests had showed persistent levels of E. coli that broke the limits imposed of sports federations. The BBC's Hugh Schofield was among those who joined her. He accidentally swallowed a mouthful of water in the process, but remarked that it tasted fine. City swimming, which has been banned in Paris for a century because of the water quality, is set to return to the city next year as one of the major legacies of the Games, thanks to a major regeneration project championed by Ms. Hidalgo. Tourists who crossed the Invalides bridge on the eve of the men's triathlon felt positively about the idea, and spoke of the relative ease of open water swimming at home. Visitors from the UK, Germany, the Netherlands and the Czech Republic all said they had dived into their respective countries' rivers, lakes and canals, and that they would do the same in the Seine if the evidence suggested it was safe. "I would go for it," said Dutchwoman Esme. "It doesn't look that bad from here." France lags behind the European Union's average score for top-quality bathing water conditions. About 75% of French bathing waters were rated excellent in 2023 compared with 85% across the bloc as a whole, according to the European Environment Agency, EEA. Although it was safe to bathe in most of the EU's bathing waters, coastal waters were generally better than rivers and lakes, the agency noted in its report published in May. Cyprus topped the table with 97.6% of its bathing waters being of excellent quality, followed by Austria at 96.9% and Croatia on 96.7%. As the data just looks at the EU, the UK is not included. And whereas swimming is coming back to the Seine, currently only one stretch of the Thames, near Wallingford, Oxfordshire, is designated for bathing. The EEA made specific reference to Paris's $1.4 billion, $1.1 billion, $1.5 billion cleanup operation, as part of which a vast rainwater storage basin has been created. This is capable of storing the equivalent of 20 Olympic swimming pools worth of water, all part of a mechanism to stop sewage flowing into the Seine during heavy rainfall. Not every visitor to the bridge on the eve of the men's triathlon was fussed by the cleanliness issue, with some saying they would consider jumping into the river come what may, provided the weather was warm enough. One man from Brazil said that was simply what he and his compatriots did. "In my city, Sao Paulo, it's not clean either," he admitted. But a number of Parisians agree that a clean and swimmable river would be an exciting part of the Olympic legacy. Danielle, a university professor, said she would absolutely swim in the Seine. "I have wanted to do it for a long time," she said with a grin. For one man named Damien, maintaining the cleanliness was a big project, but one worth pursuing. "It's a good opportunity for all Parisians," he said. Testing of the water continues to be carried out daily. Lambes Constantinidis, operations director for Paris 2024, said there were several backup plans in place, including the use of contingency days. Downgrading the triathlons into duathlons, and scrapping the swimming entirely, would only be considered in a really extreme case, he told the BBC on Monday. Please like, share, subscribe, YouTube channel, TTN World, and don't miss for more latest news. And have fun for watching Olympic Games Paris 2024 for today. Thanks for watching. Thank you.